What is good, YouTube? It is your boy D Murray. This is D Murray Reacts. We react to your favorite Reddit posts, videos, and news. We are at it again. We got another video for you guys today. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And you got to hit the notification bell so you know when we're dropping our videos 2 times every week. Today, we got an am I the asshole for demanding that my son's stepdad pay for the Xbox he threw in the pool. I mean, maybe. I need to know why he threw the Xbox in the pool. Now, throwing perfectly good electronics in the pool is pretty petty. And it all depends on who paid for this Xbox. For why it may and or may not be an asshole situation. Now, I personally would never buy my child a piece of equipment such as an Xbox that's probably hundreds of dollars. I mean, even if it's one of the old ones, it'll still be a couple $100. And then just throw it in the pool as if you can never have it forever now because I've destroyed it. Don't destroy your own stuff. You work too hard for that. I still haven't gotten far enough into this, so we'll see. But once again, don't destroy your stuff. If anything, like there's Craigslist, Macari, eBay. Sell your kids stuff if you really want to, and then get the cash and just flash it out onto the table and show them what could have been. But don't destroy it so that now nobody can have it. That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help anybody at all. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm 46. Father, of a 16-year-old son. His name is Adam. His mother and I have been separated since he was 6. Adam is always happy to spend time at my place as part of a custody agreement. He hates his stepdad. That sucks. I guess he says the stepdad is in his 30s, and he calls the stepdad controlling. There can obviously always be issues between step parents and kids and that type of thing. He puts strict rules upon Adam and punishes him for long periods of time over small mistakes. He doesn't give him an allowance like I do or let his mom give him any money, so Adam started working to be able to buy the stuff that he wants. He's 16. He should have a job to buy the stuff he wants. And this isn't me saying that like the stepdad knows what he's doing, he's a good guy, but at 16 you should have a job. I would argue at 16 an allowance is not what we give you. I'll take you every day to your job because I'm gonna let life give you an allowance. I'm gonna let life start kicking in here for you because that's the way that works. I mean, if this was a 10-year-old, sure, you're taking out the trash, you're doing the things you want to do. Obviously, there should be some type of reward for that. Kids respond great to those types of things. Nothing wrong with that. At 16, I would argue you don't necessarily need an allowance. You probably need some type of job. Adam always wanted to buy an Xbox but couldn't afford the full price. I can guarantee you if he had a job at 16, he would be able to afford the full price if he saved the money. So I told him whatever he saved, I was willing to pay double. So he's going to match you. And he was able to buy a new Xbox for the first time. I got an angry phone call from his stepdad asking why the hell I bought Adam an Xbox knowing it's not allowed at his house. All right, I don't like the stepdad. I don't know what the stepdad is doing. First of all, I told him Adam paid for the Xbox with his hard-earned money, and second of all, that's his mom's house, so he can't dictate what is and what is not allowed. I don't have any problem with that statement. I don't really know that that's how that works. There's different dynamics for everybody. He went on about how the Xbox is a distraction tool for Adam from his school and chores, but I assured him Adam is responsible with time and can manage and balance just fine, as you should. He's 16. At 16 years old, chores and school are not the only thing that you should be doing. You should be able to hang out with your friends. You should be able to play some video games in moderation. You should be able to maybe, if you want to play a sport, play a sport. You want to play an instrument. But you should do things other than school and other than chores, because otherwise you get out into life and you notice that there are other things other than that, which I'm sure Adam already does, and then sometimes you get a little off the path, sometimes way off the path because you weren't allowed to explore a little bit, which can be hard with kids sometimes, right? He went on about how it was a distraction, obviously. He suggested I keep the Xbox in my house and Adam can come over to play, but I said that that's not up to me. Clearly, I got him pissed, so he warned me about the consequences of seeing Adam playing that Xbox and ignoring his duties, and I hung up immediately. Better man than me. I go over there and we would have a very clear conversation about the warning and the consequences that my son has from you when it comes to his duties. We would have a very very aggressive conversation, to say the least. 2 days later, Adam called and was freaking out, saying his stepdad had a rage fit. He threw his Xbox in the pool as punishment for Adam playing with it instead of mowing the lawn. So Adam, if you were supposed to mow the lawn, whoever the stepdad is, I don't know what his name is, but that's my money you just threw in the pool. And you wouldn't have threw it in the pool if we would have had that aggressive conversation that I was talking about when I had to hang up on you the other day. But we're going to continue to go on, right? This is 2 days later. I was in dismay. I went over to his mom's house now that the Xbox is in the damn pool to see what was going on, but I couldn't find her. I found Adam crying, and I confronted the stepdad, and he said he had to do this because Adam was being neglectful with his chores, and said that this was a result of built up resentment because of Adam's continuous lack of responsibility. So let me get this straight. You, a grown ass man, not the actual dad, the stepdad, right? I don't know his name, but the stepdad. You a weak ass dude. So you have built up resentment because a child, even at 16, like you're still a kid, right? We can emancipate you, right? You can become an adult very quickly. But even mentally, you're still not an adult. So a 16-year-old didn't do what you told him to do, and you've been building up resentment. I'll be willing to say this. If you want to be honest, what I think is that this dude can't put hands on this kid, right? Because the kid is obviously older, and also, I'm not arguing one way or the other of beating kids and things like that. That's not the argument. What I am saying though is that it seems like this stepdad doesn't have any way to handle his own emotions as a grown ass man. So because he doesn't have that, he took out all his anger on the damn Xbox. This dad, the one that's 46, you need to whoop his ass. You need to whoop this dude's ass. I said this in another video before. I'm not condoning violence, but sometimes people need violence. I'm not condoning it, but sometimes it is necessary. And this dude obviously doesn't have he doesn't have the maturity to understand the situation, and he definitely shouldn't be anybody's stepfather acting like this, right? I haven't seen that there are any other kids though. I don't know if there are any other kids. Maybe it did say that, but I don't remember that. I argue that even if he thought Adam was being irresponsible with his playtime, throwing the Xbox in the pool was unhinged of him because he could have hidden it. For all I know, he yelled that he gets to decide what punishment fits, and went on about how he was just trying to help Adam become a responsible young man. I would be willing that in the end, Adam will become a more responsible young man than your stepdad ass. Once again, I don't know your name, but I'd be willing to bet in the end, because it seems like his actual father is a pretty decent human being, right? I was tired of this, and I told Adam to pack his stuff to go to my place. His stepdad firmly said he won't allow that, and I was preventing him from performing his duties as a father and as an authority figure. And that's when you smack him, right? That's when you smack him. That's when I put hands on you, because now we're having a totally different conversation. But I told him that he needed to pay for the new Xbox. He argued that I was delusional to expect him to pay for something he doesn't want in his house in the first place. But I said that was enough, and then we left. I also need to get a hold of my ex-wife. Like, we have to have a serious conversation. Adam's mother, okay, here she comes. She came and argued with me, saying that her husband made a mistake, but I shouldn't have taken Adam out of the house. Here we go. I asked if she's happy with how his stepdad is treating him, and she said that that's tough love because he wouldn't have done this if he didn't care. I would argue that he would do this even if he didn't care. I would even argue to a certain extent, his caring may even be more so along the line of something that is more an internal thing on the stepdad's part than even Adam being a decent human being. He might want Adam to be more responsible because this dude isn't responsible his damn self. But we'll see. I don't know that we're gonna know that. But a child throws the Xbox in the pool, champ. You know, like, come on, man. Like, these are things that the children do. My 2-year-old throws things because she's 2. So as a 2-year-old, sometimes her emotions make her feel like it is okay to throw something. But as a dad, in the fact that she's 2, I understand the age that she's in, and I can deal with that as a father, right? But what I don't do is I don't take the thing that she threw and then destroy it because she threw it, right? Just so that we're all aware. I blatantly said her husband was just being an overbearing, power-tripping control freak and told her Adam is staying with me and we're expecting a new Xbox. She told the family I was stopping her from seeing Adam. You kind of are, bro. You kind of are stopping her from seeing Adam because, like, I mean, Adam's supposed to stay over there sometimes. You want to know what I really want to know? Is, like, what's the custody situation that's going on here? In the beginning, it just basically says that Adam is always happy to spend time with my place as a part of the custody agreement, but it doesn't say, like, whether this is like a 50-50 thing or, whatever. I've always wanted Adam to stay with me, seeing he doesn't agree with his stepdad on a lot of things. We got to go to court for that, champ. And he's 16, so this isn't a situation of, like, the mother always gets custody. Like, he's old enough that they're going to take into account his age if you wanted to try to change the custody agreement, but the reason for being hesitant about having him most of the time, if not at all, is because of 2 things, which are the fact that I travel for work, right? So you're not there to be there when he's there, understandable, and also you have health problems that you struggle with. In the past couple of years, Adam is responsible enough to do many things on his own. His stepdad already apologized on the phone, but I insisted on getting this resolved instead of ignoring what happened. So let's go ahead and break this down. Stepdad apologized. The reason why the stepdad apologized is because the mom was like, he's taking Adam out of the house. The stepmom knows what's up. The stepmom knows Adam is old enough that this could go south for her, right? The stepdad also probably apologized because he's old fuckboy. And he gets really, really upset and he throws a temper tantrum. And then after he throws a temper tantrum, he apologizes like children do. That's what children do, right? Because they want something from you now. So that's what the stepdad did. You're not an asshole for asking for the stepdad to pay for a new Xbox. I don't see any issue with that. I think the stepdad should pay for a new Xbox. I'll tell you this though, you can't fight the battle of having that Xbox in. You call it your ex-wife's house, but it's really not. It's both of their house, right? Because that's the stepdad. So you can't fight that battle. Don't allow the Xbox to be over there. You have to explain to your son, who's 16, so he's old enough to understand, when you're over at your mom's and your stepdad's house, you can't play the Xbox. If they tell you got to cut the grass, you got to cut the grass. If they tell you to do a particular chore, you got to do the chore. Everything within reason, everything within moderation. But you got to do these things, right? Because that's your mom, that's your stepdad. When you come to my house, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Xbox and candy, bro. Like, I mean, we still gonna do the parent thing here, right? But like, I give you an allowance. Like when you come to my house, it's a different experience for you. But when you're over there, you have to do what you have to do. And he's already 16, so this kid is already 2 years away from being able to go do his own thing. I haven't really seen anything about like what his grades look like, what his plans are going to college or whatever. Like I said, he should have a job at 16. So that's kind of the reason why it's somewhat odd to me that the stepdad is like, chores in school, but no job, apparently. He can't have a job, which also makes me question, you as the stepdad, do you have a degree? Did you get good grades in school? I think that there might be some compensation, some overcompensation here, because the dad is 46 and the stepdad is in his 30s. I would like to believe that he might be like mid-30s maybe. So this might be one of those situations to where he's just overcompensating because of his age, right? So he's at the age where he feels like he needs to do these things and be the father figure and be the strict one so that Adam understands what life is all about. And that's just completely inappropriate because you're a grown man in your 30s and you threw a damn Xbox in a pool, bro. You threw an Xbox in a pool because you were upset because your stepson didn't cut the grass and was instead playing the Xbox. So you've shown us the type of person you are. You are the asshole of this situation. The mother, you are also the asshole of this situation. But we already talked, family, when it comes to family, obviously the mom's probably going to stick up for her new husband, right? But she's also the asshole in the situation. The dad, you're not an asshole. But you have to explain to your son, you're only, even when you get the new Xbox, if the stepdad even pays for that, you can only play it at our house. You can't play it at their house. I wouldn't dare send another Xbox back over there. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't send any electronics back over there. So you got to explain to your son that y'all aren't going to be able to do that. In the end, man, maybe it might come to a situation where I know that you travel a lot for work, but maybe you might have to make some changes in your life so that you're there for your son more because of the situation that your son is in. I'm not exactly sure how bad this situation is for him, but I can almost guarantee you in a household where the parent, the governing body in this bitch is throwing electronics in the pool because they are upset, I would like to believe that that's probably not a great situation for any kid. I don't care if you're 5 or whether you're 16, right? So you're not the asshole. The stepdad's the asshole. Pay for the damn Xbox. Buy him another Xbox. Buy him a Series X. Buy him the brand new one. Probably owe him a PlayStation 5 too. If anything, you owe him an Xbox and at least another controller to play with a friend. We ain't even heard about any other friends. It seems like all he's doing is chores and school. So the stepdad owes quite a bit at this point. So this was a good one. No asshole on the part of the person that wrote the post. So that's good. Always, I like that. I like it when the person that wrote it is in good standing, right, with the channel. We want to thank you guys for checking us out today. 2 times a week, once again, we're posting videos, trying to do more reaction videos. Going to try to start doing some actual reactions to videos. Hit that like and subscribe. Go to the comments. Tell me some things that you want me to react on. I love the ideas. I want to be able to give that content to you guys, the content that you're looking for other than these. But these are great, and it seems like a lot of people like when I do these, so we're going to continue to consistently do these more than a lot of the other stuff. But also, you got to hit the notification bell. Notification bell, it tells you when the good content is on. It tells you when we're ready. So go ahead and check us out continuously. I am D Murray, and this is D Murray Reacts.